to sue me.
Yep. What Ryan is dealing with is what I'm dealing with on a much smaller scale. Can you imagine what he has to deal with? The amount of people he learns, like, that he thinks are friends, that are just using him to try to freaking, make a YouTube channel? I cannot imagine. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking for me. So I can't imagine for somebody, like, in his position with, that kind of following. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Can somebody block the Midnight Sunrise person? Like, we're not dealing with people pointing out obvious things. We already addressed it.
You were literally sitting there rubbing my back being like, it'll be okay, baby. And stealing from me. And trying to hide it. They said, Mr. Upchurch, are you going to come get your stuff out of this house? I said, what are you talking about? They said, well, we bought this house with all your shit in it.
I feel so freaking bad for him. That is so sad. Oh, I just hate what greed does to people. It's sad. I mean, look, here I'm sitting here, feeling sorry for myself. Well, I don't worry about it anymore, but in the past, because my supposed friends backstabbed me, I feel to create a name on YouTube for themselves, like Six Up, and here he has his own mother doing something crazy like that. I mean, I've dealt with like similar type things, but not to that extent. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right, Jax. His mom offered that he could move his stuff in there while his studio was renovated. And whose house was it again? Is it I was confused about that part of the story. Was that the house that all his stuff was in? Was that, like, in a house that his mom bought without his knowledge? Or, like, how did his stuff get in the place? Which I have named Empress Ziggy, because I thought it was funny and cute at the same time. Because, I just knew it would piss people off, too. But I did about 6 years ago, I started looking into astrology a lot and tarot and stuff like that. No, not black magic at all. I don't have like an evil bone in my body, guys. Seriously. But believe what you want. Anyway, I started getting into it, but like I said before on this channel, I kind of always went back and forth. Like, should I, shouldn't I? Is it evil? Is it, you know what I mean? But I've learned over time, it's all about your intentions. And I know, like, putting negativity brings negativity back. So, anyways, since Jim's passing, I've just had, I can't even explain it. You guys might notice a little bit of a change in me, because I notice it. Like, I don't know how I'm able to get through everything that's being said about me and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't watch this stuff. I've blocked that negativity out of my life. But I'm definitely handling it a lot better than I did in the past. And I really feel that when Jim passed away, a lot of things came into perspective, like what was important and what's not. And really showed that life is just, too short. So I think but that experience of Jim's passing and stuff and the hate I got right around that time, it made me such a stronger person to where now, like, that's how I'm able to deal with it. It's not like it happened overnight. Because I have told myself I'm not going to talk about like personal stuff, but just because it was put out there so publicly, I will address it. And all I'm going to say, because it's really nobody's business, to be honest. I mean, I don't know any of your guys', banking financials and stuff, or who you borrow money from. But anyways, I did pay yesterday at about 11 p.m. I sent over the remainder of what on the card, and I sat back and I didn't say anything. I didn't tell anybody until this afternoon, and when questions started coming out and stuff. So I wanted people to see what this is really about. Okay, it doesn't matter what I do. There's going to be always people, naysayers and people that want to kick you when you're down and stuff. I've just been able to accept that somehow. I've just noticed it's just a surrender, I guess, because it's either you change yourself or you quit YouTube, okay? Because nobody else is going to change. I can't change anybody else. And so, yeah, that's kind of part of the reason why I made the backup channel, because I have felt such a change myself since Jim's passing. I don't know, it's so weird. I'm not, people don't send me screenshots anymore of anything because they know I don't care. I think that there was really some people very concerned that they really thought I was in some kind of criminal trouble because of the lies putting out there. But I knew myself, like, the truth. And God knows the truth, and Jim knows the truth about our relationship. And that's all that matters. I know what's the truth. I wasn't sweating it because I know there's nothing I didn't do anything wrong. I don't have a history of anything like that. So I knew it would come out eventually. But I also knew that paying it off wouldn't stop it, okay? But it is, I did want to get it paid off right, as fast as possible. And I was like, working hard behind the scenes, figuring it out. And people, I occasionally would hear through grapevine people say, "Oh, why didn't you do this? And why don't you do that?" I obviously wanted to get it handled more than anybody, because I don't want anybody to have any type of control over me like that. So I just ask people, like, make sure when you, like, when you donate to me or become a member, super chat, whatever, just make sure it's from your heart and you really want to, not for wrong reasons or expecting something in return, you know what I mean? Because besides me being able to keep continuing to come on here, that it does help me. And I'm not going to feel bad for making money on YouTube. It doesn't matter what people say to me. It really doesn't. It does not affect me at all. I know what it is, okay? But if people are unhappy with their lives, they can change it. And that's what they took the easy way. Look what happens, guys. This happens all the time. How many times has how many times has this happened to me? Where people stab me in the back to grow their channel, This was to make a channel. They're all going to make their own channels. They're all going to make money on YouTube. I guarantee it. Watch. That's what it was. They saw how easy it worked for Six Up. And it's just sick. It's just sick. I don't, so that's all I've really got to say about it. It's paid for. I know that I still owe her a couple $100s for that one Venmo. I understand that. So I am aware, because of course, you pay off over $7,000 and you don't focus on that. You're going to focus on the couple hundred I owe because of when you sent me $300 without me asking, some odd reason. Anyways,